And now, welcome to 7 Questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. How to Train Your Dragon has been a smash hit in movie theaters across the country. And today I'm so excited to be chatting with Nico Parker, who plays Astrid in the film. Thank you so much for talking with me today.
Hi, Emmy. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me.
So what made you want to start acting?
I don't really know. I did an audition when I was younger, just kind of like for the fun of it, just to see what would happen. And I think it was actually when I got my first job, because it was always just kind of like a fun thing to do, and I always was quite like a theatrical child, and so I just kind of thought like, oh, this will be a fun thing. I used to want to be a singer. I think I actually, in hindsight, I think I did just want to be in High School Musical when I was younger, and so acting felt like it was in that whole zone. But it was actually when I did my first job and was on set that I was just kind of like, oh my God, this is the most fun I've ever had doing anything ever. And it's work. I couldn't really believe it.
Yeah. So were you familiar with the How to Train Your Dragon series like as a kid?
Yeah. So my dad read me and my sister the books when we were little. And he would, so like, I've been in like the How to Train Your Dragon universe for ages. And then watching the movies, I saw the second one. I think I was too little to see the first one in theaters, but I did see the second one in cinemas and the third one. And so I've definitely going into it, I'm like such a diehard fan. And so the fact that I got to be in it was just crazy.
Yeah, I bet it's so amazing. So what is it like working in Iceland and Ireland for this film?
I didn't actually get to go to Iceland, so
Oh, really?
I didn't even get to see it. But I remember when me and Mason first got to Belfast, which is Northern Ireland where we filmed all of it. When we first got there, I remember Dean showed us some, like they'd already filmed some drone footage that they were going to use for flying the dragons, and they were showing it to me and Mason, and we were like, "That's amazing! When do we get to go?" And he was like, "You don't get to go," so we didn't even get to see it. But
Oh, dang.
annoying. But Belfast was really, really amazing. It was really, really cold. We filmed in winter, and so it was freezing, freezing cold. Anytime you like see off, like when you breathe out in cold and you see your breath.
Yeah.
Anytime we did that, Dean was like, do more," and we were like, "Dean, it's so cold. Like it's not.
Yeah.
We're not trying. It's just happening because it's freezing."
Yeah.
But it was really, really amazing. It was very cool.
I bet. So what have you learned like shooting this film?
I think one of my favorite things that I learned from shooting this movie was all of the stunt stuff. I don't know how much of it I could still do now, but I do feel like if I had an axe, I would actually be quite lethal. But maybe not. I don't know if that's a good thing. I
Yeah.
had a lot of fun doing that stuff.
So what was your favorite part about being in this movie?
My favorite part about being in this movie was the people that I got to work with. They were really,
Yeah.
really cool. Have you spoken to any of them yet? Or are you going to speak to any of them? Speak to
No,
Mason?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They're very well, he was very, very lovely and he's very good in this movie. And to get to work alongside actors that I just am like
Yeah.
so in awe of was really, really special. And I feel like I learned a lot from them and how they work and how they operate. And it was yeah, I had so much fun.
Yeah. And then real quick, do you have any advice for a beginning actor?
Oh, I think just keep doing it. When I was younger and I wouldn't get jobs, I remember being
Yeah.
like I have one moment in particular where I was like 13 and I auditioned for something and I auditioned loads of times and then I didn't get it. And I remember going to my dad and I was like, "I'm done. I'm never
Yeah.
doing it again. It's horrible. This is awful." And then after that, the next audition I did, I ended up getting. And so I think it is just
Yeah.
persistence is important and just keep going at it, even
Yeah.
if it can feel a bit draining. But yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be my biggest advice.
Thank you so much for letting me talk to you.
Of course, thanks for speaking with me. It was nice to meet you.
You too. Hopefully we'll get to see each other again in future movies. You let
I
me know.
bet. Second movie, I'll see you there.
Yeah. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions and interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye.